In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use Repl.it to make your first Python program. First thing you need to do is to navigate to the website Repl.it, which is Repl.it. And when you go there, you'll see this page. If you're not logged in, this is the page that can take you to the sign up page. So click the big sign up button, and now you're on the sign up page. So what you'll want to do here is to click the Google icon, because you're going to log into Repl.it with your Google credentials. So I'm going to do that. So then you will choose your Google account. Now I need to verify my account here. So you're probably not going to need to do that. So once I have logged in for the first time, it's going to take me through some questions. So it's giving me a username. That's fine. And it's going to use my email, my skill level, and it's going to ask questions. What are you most interested in? You can choose what you want. It's not super important. Okay, so here you're going to click Python because you're interested in Python. There actually are quite a few if you decide to choose. I'm going to expand it, and I'm going to go with Python, and I'm going to choose Pygame, and I'm going to choose Python with Turtle. I'm not going to put a description in for myself, but now that I'm done with this, I'm just going to scroll down to where I see Python or start coding, and I'm going to start coding by creating my first Python program. So I've clicked Python to start coding, and it immediately creates a new project for me. Repl.it calls these projects REPLs, but I call them projects. And in this project, you can see there are three main panes, and I want to describe what these panes do just quickly. Pane 1 on the left here has your a list of the files that are part of your project. Right now, we have one file in our project that's called main.py, and main.py is a file that will hold a Python program. You have some buttons here that will do different things. You can actually close this panel if you don't want to see it. You can create subfolders in the project. You can add new files. Right now, we're not going to do any of that. So now that we're done talking about the main.py file and the file pane, I'm going to close that pane so we can focus on the other two panes here. This pane, which says main.py at the top of this tab, is the contents of the main.py file, which you can see it's empty right now. And when you write programming code in a Repl.it project, that's where you'll see the code right here in this window. And you'll see how that works in a moment. When you run the code, you'll see the results over here. And what you're looking at right now here is the console window. This pane houses the console, and it's where input and output take place with the user. And you'll see how that works in a moment as well. So here's the first program that I'm going to write. It's traditional for programmers to learn immediately how to output to the console and say hello world to a user. So in Python, to print to the console, the command is called print, P-R-I-N-T. And then in quotes, you'll put a string of characters in the quotes, which will get sent to the console. So I'm going to type hello world. And now that this is an entire program now that this program is written, I'm going to hit the run button, and I'm going to see the results in the console window here. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, so it was interrupted by a message about invite, but here we go. Hello world appears in my program, and you can put multiple lines. I can print, this is Python, for example, and I'll get 2 lines. Hello world, this is Python. So that's how to create your first Python program. In the next video, I'll show you how to make a Python with Turtles program.